All right, all right, all right. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, everyone. This is Bitcoin Brandon from Los Angeles, California. I'm the founder and CEO of Ivy League Crypto Academy, ILCA for short. And today we are doing a live, well, it's not, the showcase already happened, but this is a reaction video to that showcase. And I'm actually doing something a little different this time. I'm inviting other people who watched the showcase that are excited about what they saw to hop on and share what they were excited about as well. So if you're out there and you saw the showcase and you'd like to come on up here with me and be able to share, then what I want you to do is send my executive assistant, Miss Marnita Casa, a message, and she will send you the invite link so that you can come on the panel side with myself. So before I start bringing up any other guests, I just want to say thank you guys for being here. Welcome, welcome. As a disclaimer, I'm not a licensed financial advisor to be giving financial advice. I share information for entertainment, training, and educational purposes only. And it is up to you to make your own informed, intelligent decision on which direction you want to move into. So the month of May, wow, this has been a very, very exciting month. This is our third showcase that we just experienced this today. The first one was really, just an introduction a couple of weeks ago. It lasted maybe about 15 minutes. And then last week was a actual showing off of the game itself. And that really blew my mind. You guys understood what you saw last week. And I did a showcase after that as well, where you had people playing the game with their mobile phone and PlayStation 5 at the same time. And then today we saw we saw the roadmap. We got a bigger picture. Now I ain't gonna lie, I was expecting about an hour to an hour and a half of information. We got about 36 minutes of information, but it was packed in. I've got notes of stuff that I scribbled down that I did not know of before, that I'm gonna talk about and address. But before I get into that, I want to allow any of our panelists to be able to share their excitement for what happened. So far, I got 3 on right now. Let me see here. Let me bring you guys on up. I see we've got Miss Marnita Casa. We've got Kenny Taylor. Walter, your device is not connected, so it's not allowing me to bring you up, Walter. So if you're able to get that squared away, I guess it says you need to connect your mic and your cam before I can add you to the stream. And if there's anybody else that would love to come on here and share, what you're so excited about, then definitely send us a message and we'll get you the link so you can share as well. So welcome, Kenny and Marnita. How are you guys doing today?
Doing good, sir.
Good. Now, Kenny, I know you stepped out of what you were doing so that you can come on and share something. So I want to start with you. So tell me about your excitement. Now, you're a lieutenant commander now, right?
Yes, sir.
You're a lieutenant commander. So
yes.
Kenny is a lieutenant commander in Vara. He also has several nodes, I think 10, maybe about 10 nodes.
Yeah, I'm trying to get up to that 20 with you.
So Kenny is not playing with this opportunity. So Kenny, share with everyone, what did you see today? What got you so excited?
Oh man, I mean, I was kind of had it in one ear trying to listen, but it seems like every Friday they put out what they're doing. And I thought last Friday with the gaming part of it, that was great, but what they did today just blew me away. The things I heard here and there, and just the way they're rolling everything out, and the extras they're putting up, the bonuses that you're going to be able to get, and also not just the founders or people with knows, but anybody who's selling packages and building a team are able to get these bonuses, which is, in my opinion, should make people want to join even more, because there's so many different ways to earn from this project. Not just if you're a gamer or if you're a builder or networker, but just every week they seem to put out something more. And I love what this company is doing because they're really looking out for the people that are joining the company. It's not just, oh, we're a company, we want to make profits. They're sharing everything they're doing with everyone, and it's allowing anybody who joins this community to be able to earn in so many different ways. So no one can say, oh, I'm not a gamer or I'm not a network, because I'm not a networker, but I'm talking to people and sharing this with people and saying, you're crazy if you pass this up. How many times have we sat around saying we wish we would have been there when Microsoft started or when Krispy Kremes were splitting 2 for 1, 5 for 1? This is the do-over everyone's been waiting for. And you don't have to have millions to get into it. You can get into this and be a part of a brand new company that's putting something out that's future proof. It's not just for right now or just for a couple of months. This is the future. And you had opportunity to get in before they even launch and set yourself and your family. This is real generational wealth here, people. This is the beginning of generational wealth. If you ever wanted to be in a position to say, I wish I could leave my kids something or my grandkids, or I want a better life, this is where it starts. Because this is the first company that, just like Brandon said last week, other companies are going to build on. And it's not, when everyone starts seeing what Vara's doing, everybody's going to want to be in that arena. So you're doing yourself a disservice if you don't get into it. Get off the sidelines. Stop just waiting around to see what's going to happen, because there's so much happening now that you can get involved in that once it takes off, it's going to be like trying to jump on a speeding train. And you're going to miss a lot of these opportunities that are available now. I'm sure there's going to be a lot more, but why wait? You're hurting yourself by waiting.
That's right. Well, thank you for sharing, Kenny. And before I get into our list, I want to let Miss Casa share, her excitement about this. And then we're going to go down the list. And I know you've got some notes as well. And this is just going to be an open discussion, you guys. And I've never done it this way before, so I'm experimenting to see how we can roll this out this way. And again, for all of you guys that are listening, that are guests, any of you that watched the showcase and you're excited and you'd like to share your thoughts as well, send a message to Ms. Casa and we'll get you the link so you can be on the panel side as well and join in on this discussion. May as well call it in the future a discussion, showcase discussion. So Ms. Casa, go ahead. Tell what are you excited about?
Okay, so I'm not going to try to take up too much time. First of all, I 1000% agree with what Mr. Taylor said, every single word, talking about generational wealth, talking about we are actually having access to the future, about what this company is doing, and not just about what the company is doing, but how they are allowing anybody and everybody that wants to take that chance to get in. So thank you for that, Mr. Taylor. You took a lot of the words right out of my mouth. I agree 1000% with you. Okay, so I have a few notes, but I'm just like Mr. Taylor. I wasn't busy, but I was busy screaming, okay? They would say something and I would start yelling and running off at the mouth and telling my mom, you don't understand how important that is. So I missed more than I wanted to, but what I did hear, groundbreaking, mind-blowing, okay? Motivation inspiring. All right, first of all, let me start off with this. I am a gamer girl, okay? And not only am I a gamer girl, I'm not a new gamer girl. I've been doing this since Atari and Nintendo. Hello. So some of the things that this company is doing when it comes to the gaming arena is definitely revolutionary. For example, allowing you to own your in-game assets. That ownership part, yeah, it's cool that they're allowing you to get in and get some Vara tokens, but the fact that they are giving you the opportunity of ownership of something so groundbreaking and revolutionary as this just has me all over the place. Okay, so as a gamer girl, I like to get in the game. Me and my cousin, we be on GTA 5, shooting people up and thinking we're bad, right? Okay, so the fact that they started the esports gaming,
Ooh.
oh,
Ooh.
stop my heart. Oh man. Okay, so first of all, I need to get a new computer. Okay. After hearing this, I had already thought, hey, I'm going to upgrade my tower. But no, after hearing about what they're allowing with the esports gaming, I need to upgrade my computer and I need to upgrade my gaming skills because now money is involved. Hello.
Yeah, you like that. He said you're able to make money
Whoa.
by getting into the tournaments, the esports tournament they're going to be putting together.
Calm
And
down.
Miss Marnita, Mr. Brandon,
Yes,
can you kind
sir.
of touch, because I'm not a gamer and
Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of people. So, what is the significance of that esports?
Oh.
Well, you go ahead, Marnita. Then I'll piggyback on top of you.
Okay, so in my opinion, the significance of that is there's different sections to this opportunity, right? You have opportunities for gamers, you have opportunities for networks, and you have opportunities for cryptocurrency enthusiasts, all within one place. For the gamers, to be able to put your gaming skills to work for you and be able to monetize the skills that you have created over many years of playing the game is super exciting. Okay. We do it for fun every day, but to be able to now have a purpose to it, a reason for it, takes it to another level for me.
Well, let me put it this way from two standpoints. One from a gamer's perspective and one from somebody that's not a gamer that can still benefit from this. Uh, One of our main sources of entertainment is obviously sports. And we love watching basketball and football and hockey and baseball and whatever track. And these athletes, they've been training all their lives to be professional and they get paid the big bucks, and they're getting paid the big bucks because there's an audience of people willing to pay to watch them play. And of course, the more successful you are, the more money you make. Unfortunately, not everybody's going to become a professional athlete. So best we can do is be entertained by watching them. Well, the whole industry sprouted up. This is actually, it's not new. It's decades in the making. In fact, I was watching an old show about the beginnings of Atari and ColecoVision, and they were showing the first Atari tournament where they were in like a warehouse and had all these tables lined up with the old school TVs, and each one had an Atari system connected to it, and that was the first type of intranet connection. And it was a tournament, just like back in the days with the arcades. You had the Pac-Man tournaments, the I'm dating myself back then. Pac-Man tournaments and Galaga tournaments, and then if you fast forward, I don't know if it was not Final Fantasy, but it was a game based out of Asia that had the first major gaming esports tournament where they created a league of professional gamers that play and they compete against each other, and the winner will win the grand prize. And it started off small, and then it got bigger and bigger. And then you've got G4 TV and others that are dedicated to this, just like Comic-Con. You have E3, an entire community. Now you've got the nerd in the basement that people used to make fun of all the time because they weren't very athletic. They weren't playing football or basketball, but they can play this video game. And if they win, some of these guys are making more money than professional athletes. So now it became huge. So it's not as big in America as it is in Asia, but you go in Asia, they'll fill up Olympic-sized stadiums of people that will come to watch these kids. And it's not just kids, but all ages play a game to win. And they have sponsorships where companies will come and sponsor these players to play to win. Now, what esports allows you to do, not only play, but I don't want to talk about the gambling side of it, but people also gamble and bet on their favorite players. But with Starvara, can you imagine now? You don't have to be a professional gamer with advertisers behind you. you can participate with your phone, and now if you're just wanting to play the game, you can actually make money playing the game. Now, I want to wait to see how more they're going to interact the whole esports concept to it when it comes to marketing, when it comes to if they're going to say go like what Fortnite does. When my son comes to me and says there's a new season that's got started and I need V-Bucks and I need money to buy V-Bucks because Miles Morales skin is out or Anakin Skywalker. So I don't know how that's going to roll out yet, how that's going to be promoted for the world so that they can come and run and play this game to make money. But that is a huge aspect, and it will attract a lot of the professionals out there. So that's on the gaming side. But what if you're not a gamer? You're not going to participate on the esports side, but you own nodes and you own Vara tokens. And that whole ecosystem is being used and people are purchasing bonds and we're getting a percentage of all of that activity taking place and we're not even playing the game. So all that does is now we're being more attractive to bring more people to this. And from what I've seen, I got to tell you, this is not going to be driven by networkers. A lot of people out there are saying, I want to go recruit, the top networkers. Here's what I've seen so far. Some of the top networkers are going to end up doing absolutely nothing. They're all talk. But the people who's making it happen have been the non-networkers, the gamers, the people who are looking for passive ways of making money. They're the ones that's going to thrive in this scenario. So that's the whole. I hope that breaks it down, Kenny. The whole esports. Think of bringing the NBA,
Yes.
FanDuel now to the gaming industry. So keep going, Marnita. You were talking about that.
That was fantastic, Brandon. Okay, so the next thing that got me super excited. Okay, so that the esports was part of the gaming aspect. Now, as far as like becoming a budding networker, right? You say you're not a baby. Yes, in networking, yes, I am. So this got me super excited. The 5 Commanders pack. If you sell 5 of them, you get $3,000. That got me super, super excited. I have people in my organization that, let's say right now, cannot afford to get a commander pack, but they totally see the vision. They totally understand how important it is to get one. So here is an opportunity for them to be able to do that. I love the fact, once again, this company is making everything accessible to anyone and everyone who's willing to put in the work. So the fact that they're allowing someone to go out there, sell, like, even if you're only in the $100 pack, you can go out there and sell 5 commander packs, get the 3,000, and then get a commander pack for yourself. So I thought that was super exciting to the people that I know that are like, oh, I can't get a commander pack right now. Yes, you can, right? Start going live. So that got me excited. A top leader, they're also doing the 5-star holiday again. It's making super things.
Hold on 1 second on that, Marnita. I want to back up. I want to talk about that because we got people asking that question. Now, I will have this confirmed, but how this works. The way you buy the commander pack right now is you get the commander link and you'll see whoever your upline commander is, and then a box next to that is going to say referral. So you will put your sponsor's referral username there. So if you're buying a pack yourself, you still need to put your sponsor's referral in that box. You can't put you're not your own referral. You're already going to get credit for the 2,000 points, which I've never seen in industry before. But you've got to put your sponsor's referral there. So anybody that you've shared this with, if they make a purchase, that's a sell for you. So if you've enrolled 5, 10, 15 people and 5 of them make they decide to buy the pack themselves, then guess what? That is 5 sales for you. We can't double dip on this. You can't get credit for that sale and your sponsor get credit for the sale. But they brought you in, so they get credit for that sale, but you also get the 2,000 points. Now, if you have, I don't know if I want to, friends or family members that happen to get the node, then that credit goes to you because that's your sale. So everybody that you've personally brought on board, whatever packs they buy, That's your sell. So I want to make sure that's clear. And if that changes, then I'll let you know. Because we'll get that clarification. But for right now, that's the reason why it has in that box, who's your referral? So that's where the credit goes. What if you have one person decides to buy 4? Well, then that's 4 sales for you. So that's just 4, and then one other person gets 1. That's 5. And I like that what you said, Martita, as well about the $100 pack. There's no barrier of entry here. So if you say, well, I can't afford to get the commander pack, but I don't want to get left out. Well, I believe in the philosophy of performance. We're giving you an opportunity to work for it. You sell 5 packs, even though you don't have one yourself, and you get that $3,000 bonus. I'm not even looking at that as a $3,000 bonus. I'm looking at it as a free commander pack, and I got that from Marnita. See, I was thinking, $3,000 bonus. No, that's a commander pack. Yes, you're thinking right. So go ahead, Marnita.
Okay, so yes. Next thing that got me excited, and it's going to lead into the thing after that. If I'm not mistaken, I think he said you can now purchase loot boxes.
Oh, yes. I had that down there as well. It said coming up, it's called personal consumption.
That is phenomenal. Okay, for 2 reasons for me. The first one, I'm excited because these loot boxes that we're purchasing right now will have in-game items that won't be available later on. So it's almost like getting a bunch of loot boxes for ranking up. The same thing applies. The more loot boxes you have, the more in-game items you're going to be able to sell if you want to later on when this thing blows up, because it will. So I thought that was really awesome that they're opening that. But then it runs into why I'm excited again. If I'm not mistaken, he used 2 words that made my heart stop. Alpha launch. Okay. And then he also said June 17th. If I'm correct on that, okay, first of all, I was not expecting them to open up alpha so soon. If you guys are watching, I am a gamer girl and I would totally love to be on your alpha launch. So the fact that they're allowing us, okay, I'm just saying, I'm putting it out there. So the fact that they're allowing us to not only purchase loot boxes, because now that gets us prepared. I'm really big on, if you're ready, you don't have to get ready, okay? So the fact that they're allowing us to purchase these loot boxes, get familiar with our in-game items, start preparing our strategies, and basically just get ready for June 17th. That is one of my favorite parts of what the update call was.
Well, I gotta tell you this, because you brought that up, the June 17th, and also the loot boxes. You want to look at it as in crypto. There's something that I teach called dollar cost averaging. And what that means is you're purchasing crypto and Bitcoin regardless of what the price of it is today, because it is volatile. It's going to go up and it's going to go down. But long term, based on history, it's going to perform well. It's the best performing asset of the past decade. So if we're the founding members here, we're the first in pre-launch or alpha launch coming up, and you're able to start purchasing some of these rare items right now. You know what I like too? He said in the app, it will show you its rarity level. So you'll know the item that you have, how rare is it? Because it might be 1 in every 30,000 drops that you get this specific item. And so with that, what if you load up on it now? All right. And you're thinking not what it's worth today, but what might this be worth in 6 months or a year or 2 years? What is that going to be worth? And then you start to sell to the community. And but keep going, Marnita. We have another member that has joined us as well. Mr. Leonard Long has popped in. But keep going, Marnita.
Okay, I can't wait to hear what Leonard has to say about the update. Okay, so you just brought up something. Yes, the dashboard. Amazing. The amount of organization, control, and right there at your fingertips that you have for everything from your in-game things to your networking things to watching your cryptocurrency. For someone like me who is always out and about, like I'm hardly ever home, you can hardly catch me in front of my computer, but I always have this. right? And I'm actually thinking about upgrading it now because of Vara. So the fact that they have so much control in the phone over everything you have going on is very, very exciting. Okay, and so I'm gonna get off real quick because I see Leonard is here, but I also want to say I'm very excited about the events. Let me just say this. I am a budding traveler. I'm learning that traveling is a big part of my life, and I want to do as much of it as possible. They didn't just say we're going to have events in the United States, babies. They said Dubai and Japan, which means I need to get a passport to be able to be at all their events. So that has me super excited too, that they are planning to really be out there. They're not just in America with this. They are all over the world with this, and they're inviting us to come with them. So that was another thing that got me super excited.
All right. Well, we'll come back to Marnita as well, because I'm going to go through the list, and then I want you guys to give your opinions on this as well. But we have another you're Lieutenant Commander, right, Leonard? Lieutenant Commander. Oh, say that again.
I'm just a lieutenant at this point.
Lieutenant. All right. Soon to be Lieutenant Commander, Mr. Leonard Long. So, Leonard, share with us what you saw the showcase. Was there anything in there that stood out to you that you were excited about?
The part that I'm really excited about is the fact that those that buy this Commander promotional pack are actually going to be able to earn money for as long as the company's around. And hopefully that's going to be several years with the new technology they're coming out with. You know, everybody that is a owner of a Commander pack gets a percentage of a share in the company. And if this company becomes, you know, $1 trillion company, that's a lot of money that we're going to be able to acquire. And the fact that, you know, it's a monthly subscription that apparently right now it's relatively inexpensive for gameplay. I'm not a gamer, but I have grandkids that are gamers, and I'm hoping to be able to join that world with them.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing that, Leonard. And he's right. You know, now again, I will say there's absolutely no guarantee on this company having major success. We hope it does. We want to help make that happen. But what if it does? What if it does? You got to go back to the 90s. What if you were able to be a part of the beginnings of an Alibaba or a Netflix or a Google, or when Bill Gates was running his mouth about the internet and email, and people were making fun of him about that, like David Letterman. But you have the foresight to say, you know, I think this is transformative technology that the world is going to not want but need. And that's another thing about it. You know, we're not talking about technology that's just going to be a luxury, but this is technology that's going to be a necessity in all of our lives. And if you talk to kids, playing video games to them is not a luxury but a necessity. You know, they're like, I have to play. Like my son running to me with some money, $20. I need Fortnite, Roblox. Really, that's what you want to spend your money on? So I want to go down a couple of things here, and then you guys get your guys' reaction to these as well. The one thing I do like, we got introduced to a new individual named Sanel, the host of events. So I like that. I look forward to all the events that she starts to host. I also wrote down here that everything in the gaming world itself is going to be tokenized asset, an NFT, which means you have ownership of it. You can do what you want with it. Hold it, use it, sell it. The entire in-game economy is going to be based by the users, just like how Bitcoin and the crypto space is. There's no central authority that says this is what Bitcoin is worth. It's based on what the market says. It's based on what somebody is willing to buy it for. And so at the beginning, it may start off a little bit slow as new people start coming in and getting their feet wet with it. But that's also some of the biggest opportunity for those of us who take advantage of that, like what Ms. Casa's talking about, being able to purchase these consumables early on. And what Herschel Crow has said, somebody's going to hit the lottery. You know, you've heard about NFTs selling for what, $5, $500, $5,000, $50,000. What if you have one of the rarest items in the game? What is somebody else willing to pay for that? I even remember watching South Park. They were making fun of World of Warcraft, and they had this in-game item like this legendary sword that only one was ever made, and it was the most coveted thing in the whole gaming world. People are willing to spend a lot of money for rare items like that. So the fact that everything in the game is going to be tokenized is a big thing. Let's see here. We talked about this last week, and I want to make sure you guys understand this is going to be the crypto market version of Steam. Now, do you guys understand what that is? And any comments from any of you guys about that? Go ahead, or
don't know
Leonard.
I personally don't know what that means.
Kenny, you know what that means? What Steam is?
No, sir.
Oh, Marnita, you know what Steam is?
I know what Steam is, but I am not versed in it. I'm sorry.
All right. Imagine if you have a PlayStation, there's something called PlayStation Network, which is the hub of PlayStation. So you can register with the PlayStation Network, create a profile, and that profile tracks all of your gaming activity of every game on that network. So it's so it doesn't matter if you're playing one game or another game. It's keeping track of all of your data. You're able to connect with friends who are also on the PlayStation Network. You're also able to see their progress and what they're doing. Like Marnito knows if I'm in game at any given time, just by turning on PlayStation, it says, "Oh, Brandon or Sadakhan is playing GTA. Sadakhan is playing NBA 2K." Or my son's using my name. Sadakhan is playing Star Wars, the latest one that came out. Well, Steam was the original, and it's for the PC. So Steam is like the hub, the gateway of gaming, where you're able to purchase PC games on the Steam platform, and then using their client to download it onto your computer. So instead of having to go to the manufacturer and all these other websites to shop, it's like the Amazon of the gaming world. And if you want to play any of your games, you just load up on one of my computers. The moment I turn it on, Steam automatically loads up. Because back in the day, I used to play a lot of SimCity, Civilization, those type of strategy games, and I have them saved in my Steam account, and you register for it. And so now, instead of every company having to create their own PlayStation network, they all piggyback on the Steam network. So if they've got a new game coming out, Steam already has a community of people, and now they're advertising their new game on the Steam. So you like this game, click here, pay $19 or $20. Some of them are for free. Download it onto your computer, and it's just convenience. So what Starvara is attempting to do, and I have to say attempt because it hasn't been done yet, what Starvara and Vara is doing is they're creating technology to be the Steam of the crypto space with this token. And I want to learn more about the token too, because I got questions on that. I was using the BRC20 platform with the ordinals and the Lightning Network. And this is only, 2 months old. It's really a brand new phenomenon because most companies utilize the ERC20 smart contract with Ethereum, but that comes with high fees. And so the reason why, and Bitcoin can end up being even higher if they were going through this route, and the technology was a little slower, which is why they have Lightning Network. So what Vara is doing with their whole Byte technology, if you guys saw that, where Byte technology is going to revolutionize the AAA game space by bringing down costs of the servers, by allowing more people access to enter it, meaning that you can have a AAA gameplay on your mobile device. Normally, you'd have to have a high-powered computer. Now, I know you guys heard Marnita say she wants to get a new gaming rig, but it's not necessary or is not the main requirement for you to access this world. You can do it on your mobile device. But with this, you're not going to have other platforms, other games, other entertainment, other businesses. They might not even be game. They may just be a social networking metaverse, whatever they want to do. But instead of creating their own new technology that Starvara took them years to do, they can piggyback off of what Vara has already created and use this network standard by using Vara, the token Vara, as the native token of the network, which now means not only are we as node holders benefiting from whatever's going on in the Starvara universe, but we're also benefiting off of what all of these other businesses are doing, just like what's happening on the Ethereum network. You know who's benefiting from all those Ethereum layer twos? Is the Ethereum stakeholders. You know, and the only ones who can stake the Ethereum is you got to have at least 33 Ethereum. Well, in Vara, the only ones who can stake the Vara are the node holders, and there's only 25,000 nodal tokens available, which means you want to get your hands on that. So, do you guys have any comment about that at all? Does that clear it up a bit?
Yeah, it clears it up a lot.
I just want to point out, I see Miss Gina is in the comments. She said that she has a question.
Well, go ahead, Gina. Type it in the comments. Type it in, and we'll bring that up. All right. So another thing I saw here that I liked, we got a good look at the Vara back office, the mobile version of that. And I've been in the direct selling space. This is my 25th year, and back in the day, you know what our back office was? We had to pay money and have it faxed to us. You had to have a fax machine of your entire organization, their name, their telephone number, how many product sales they have, because we weren't really on this is 1998, 98, 99. And now we use, websites. So you got to log into your website, and your website shows your back office. What they're doing here is gamifying the back office, putting it in the virtual world where everything you can do with your normal back office on your website is now part of the game. So with that, all right, and I know Marnita, you saw some of these things too. In this app, okay, you're able to track your sales, you're able to track your organization, your members, for those of you who want to build a network. But what if you don't want to build a network? Can you still use the app? Yeah, because you're able to track all of your loot boxes, all the things that you're going to be able to purchase. It's going to have an in-game store on the app, purchase your consumables, and Marnita called me right after this, right after the showcase. You're going to be able to have daily type challenges, a challenge section. Now, we were saying I don't do this in GTA. They have a daily objectives. Now, what happens, Marnita, if you complete those objectives?
Okay, so basically, there's like 3 objectives. Every time you log in, you have 3 new objectives, and when you complete them, you get a badge. If you get up to a certain badge, you get $100,000. So to hear that they have these challenges, yes, it's great for people that really aren't there to network. Let's just say you're a straight gamer, or let's just say you're in there because you wanted to put money into a fantastic project. Now you don't just have to sit there. You go into your back office, you get customer service, you go and do some challenges, you go and check out what your loot boxes are looking like, how much money you can get. I go in there and sell. So, I mean, it just goes on and on. Sorry, Brandon. It just goes on and on. It's very wonderful.
Well, on that, because I don't do those daily tasks, but because I didn't realize what I got, now I'm going to do them because I see Marnita's been doing them. But can you imagine now with your back office being gamified, you're able to actually do tasks that keeps it. I'm thinking from a developer standpoint and from a CEO standpoint. How do I keep people coming back to my product? If I've got an app, I want as many eyeballs always on the app repeatedly. This is what we call repeat customers. Now, as far as I know, there hasn't been, because somebody's asking, do you have to pay a monthly fee to get a website? Right now, no. I haven't heard anything about a monthly. There is no monthly fee in here. You'll be able to download the app and its companion from the App Store and interact with it. But Gina, send a message to Miss Costa. She'll send you the link. You can bring you on here. So if you want to be asking some questions. So the app itself, if you have daily tasks that you're going to get rewarded for doing things, now you have repeat eyeballs coming back onto the product over and over and over and over again. And that is a huge thing to do. I'm very I didn't even think of that. So I'm very impressed that they're integrating that aspect in there. So I want to. I don't know what the rewards are going to be yet, but we're going to take advantage of that challenge section of dashboard for daily activities. Another thing that I do like as well in the back office is everything's going to be color coded, and I need that. I have a learning disability, and I get confused easily. So with it being color coded, in other words, it's going to be easy to navigate, and that's what I need there. Did you have anything else? Any of you guys wanted to say about what you saw about the app that impressed you guys?
Yeah, one thing on the challenges. That's one of the things that I heard that even like I say, 'cause for me, the last games I played were like Centipede and Asteroids when you had to go to the liquor store and play them.
Yeah,
On the big game. So I'm way out of this, but I know people who are every day on their phones doing these little challenges and all these little games. And I even text a couple of them after the presentation. Is like, you need to get on this. Just if you just do the challenges, because I know those challenges are going to give you rewards that you can use in real life, whether it's NFTs or crypto or whatever. I'm like, you can spend your time just making your little shoe money if that's all you want to do. And you want to go get those new pair of shoes or those Nikes about to drop. Start doing these challenges. Start doing it. It just has so many possibilities that's going to afford people to make money that they can use in their real life.
that's right. That's right. What about you, Leonard?
I'm a little flabbergasted with things because um, this whole crypto world for me is old. I've learned so much, and what's going on with our politicians and everybody wanting to remove our U.S. currency from being the number one currency in the world. It's just all of it's overwhelming. Try to explain to this is something I know you're not necessarily interested in it, but this is something that's going to change everyone's life. And this is a video game that, or I see it as a that you can kids to, and everybody in the family can learn about this crypto world. And when I was watching them talk about the app, you're talking about keeping track for salespeople, downline, whatever. But it's going to be a daily communication thing, like Messenger is on Facebook. I have friends that's all they ever use is Messenger. So I think it really behooves everybody to look at this project and, get involved because there's going to be some great potential here. And some of us on this remember Netscape before.
Yep.
you know, I wish I was one of those people that knew about Google in the beginning, or even Amazon. Who would have thought to join the little online store that has taken over all these major boxes? So that this crypto world and in this game, very thankful to be around when we got word of this. And so all I can really tell people is to take the chance. If you don't take the chance, you could get left behind. It doesn't take very much to just take the chance.
That's right. Thank you for sharing, Leonard. Gina has joined us, and Gina said you got some questions. Well, first, Gina, before you ask your question, what are you excited about?
Everything is telling me I gotta learn how to be a gamer. Help, y'all, because I know nothing. When my son was little, I bought him a PlayStation, and he was like, he wouldn't even read the directions that came with the disc. He would just sit there and play the daggone thing till he mastered it. And so then he wanted me to play with him, and I'd be playing, and I'd be saying, well, how you do this? And he wouldn't tell me. So that's when I stopped playing. I ain't never play games no more. So I'm like, you know what? I ain't playing with you, and you ain't going to need to help me some. But in any event, he has an Xbox, and he has this little apparatus that's on it, like a I don't know what you call it, but he hooks it to the Xbox, and he has access to over 200 games. And I don't know what it's called, but he sits there and plays all these different games. And I have not been able to get him to get on this yet. And I know he would love it. But he's like, well, if you can't tell me all the ins and outs about it, you got to know the stuff. I'm like, oh my God, here we go. But anyway, so I'm wondering, is that like when you was talking about PlayStation being able to track people and know when people's on? Is it something like that? I mean, because I'm like, I'm totally lost when it comes to gaming. The only game I play is solitary.
But it sounds like he's got because my son plays Xbox. I'm a PlayStation guy. I don't touch Xbox, but it sounds like they have their own network where if you're in their network, there's a lot of free games that you're able to play and download that you don't have to pay for. It's part of being part of the community. So it sounds like he has something like that. So it's something similar because everybody has their own. That's why Steam on the PC side is so popular, because it's just one hub that all the gaming companies are utilizing to get their product out there to the masses.
Okay.
Now, as far as you saying you need help, that's why we have the community. So with being a part of the community, we're all going to be in this world together. We're all going to be experiencing it and getting involved now. I've been a part of projects in the gaming side before they launched. And the most exciting time was actually before the launch, because it was the anticipation. And back then, all we had was a website, and people would go to the website and put comments on it. Now you've got Discord, you've got Facebook, you've got Telegram. We've got these live video showcases. We've got presentations. We've got Zoom. We've got StreamYard, where everyone's talking. So what we're doing right now, this is how you're getting the help, because we're talking, we're sharing, we're helping people understanding things that they don't understand. And then when we're actually able to play the game, then we're all going to be playing that. And speaking of that, we got some dates that I wrote down here. So we've got the Founder Pack has been extended over the next 3 weeks until June 18th is when it ends. So if you did not have an opportunity to purchase the Founder Pack, you have until June 18th to do so. From now till then, the next showcase is going to be on June 17th, and that one is called the Alpha Launch. The Alpha Launch. So like Marnita said, I'm putting my name in there too, guys. Get me in that Alpha Launch. I'll help break the game for you. And then we got on July 31st is the app launch. And then getting into token minting. So those of you who got your tokens, VARA tokens, it's called VARA token vouchers, the minting of the tokens actually will go live then to be sold and be inside of the game. And then we'll be able to get into the app on that.
What date was that again, Brandon? I'm sorry to interrupt. What date was the token?
That's July 31st.
Okay.
App and token minting. That's what I wrote down. So I'm assuming on June 18th or June 17th, the showcase launch, they'll be talking more about that, because then it'll be a month removed for that. But next I want to bring up the bonuses here, meaning we still got the Founder Packs. You still get points. Yeah.
Sir, before you go down that road, can you please explain to everybody why they chose to use the multi-level marketing to start this project and how that came about? Because I know when I talk to people about it, that sort of turns them off. They think it's some scam, and it makes it hard to explain. And I think what they did was a wise idea. and I know that we've talked about this in the past, that you and Peter and some of those other individuals had really pushed the company to start early and used this type of sales to get it off the ground. But if you could you explain that so people would understand before we go to the next part?
Yeah, it's classic. It goes to marketing. And whenever you're marketing something that's brand new, when you don't have a test data yet on it, you're really spitballing if you're starting to spend advertising dollars on marketing, on ads, to get what you want. And you can do it that way, which this company is going to be doing that when they launch their marketing campaign. But the most successful form of marketing is word of mouth marketing and helping something to go viral. And so if you're going to do that, you've got to be able to figure out how to incentivize people to really want to be motivated to go out there and talk about the project before they're able to experience it for themselves and talk about their joy of actually playing or using the product. So if I go back to the 80s and 90s, when the cell phone wars first came out, so all before regulation or deregulation happened and broke up all the bell companies, all the long distance cell phone companies got their marketing out through network marketing first. Then at some point they didn't need to do that anymore because they got big and the word got out. But every industry always starts with a networking form first for word of mouth to get the product out. You're able to reward those who's helping you get the product out. So instead of spending your money on advertising, you're actually paying your independent affiliates and independent reps the ability to do so. So here was my suggestion for those of you who might feel that, is that a negative when you're trying to talk about the product? Don't talk about the networking side. When you're out there talking to people, you want to talk about the game itself, the product itself, the crypto, the ability to earn passive by getting your hands on some of these nodes. And you don't ever have to mention the networking side at all. The networking side is for us networkers, for those of us that want to build a team to go out and get the word out. So does that make sense, Leonard?
Yes, it does. No, when you tell them, here's, use my link, it just sort of freaks them.
Well, you tell them it's an affiliate link. Every business has Coinbase has one, Bank of America, Chase, everybody's got some form of an affiliate link to reward you for sharing it with somebody else. Now you can tell them, hey, if you want to share it for free, just tell people to go to starvara.com and you won't get credit for it. Do it that way. But yeah, that's what I tell the people. I explain it to them that way.
No problem. Thank you.
No problem. All right. So what else is coming up is we've got some extra bonuses that I know I'm going for. So one is, if you sell 5 founder packs, and Ms. Casa brought this up earlier, you're going to get a free, you're going to get the cash, I guess, $3,000, and you can use that for whatever you want. I would suggest using it to get yourself a founder pack. Take full advantage of that. So we've got that to take advantage of. Also, there's a bigger contest. This is for you big boys out there. Whoever sells the most commander packs from now till June 18th, you're going to get a 5-star holiday trip. I don't have any details on what that is yet because I saw it just like you guys. But that doesn't mean we don't have to work for it. We stop working for it. So whoever sells the most node packs is going to get a 5-star holiday trip free. And then they're going to have some live events coming up in Dubai, Japan, and US. And now that COVID's over, I can't wait to get back out there and traveling. And I know E3 was supposed to happen in June here in LA, and E3 got canceled. So when they come to United States, I'm going to be all over that too. So I can't wait to do that as well. And I needed an excuse to get to Dubai, and I've never been to Japan. So I plan on doing a lot of traveling and taking advantage of live events. And I'm sure they're going to be doing not only live events, but also virtual events. that just in case you can't physically make it to these cities and these countries, that you'll be able to participate virtually inside of the metaverse. But that big way, I won't expect that till after the full launch next year. But they've been doing virtual showcases that we could take advantage of. So I think that's a cool thing. But for now, yeah, we're at the top of the hour. That's everything that I wrote down. Is there anything else you guys wrote down that you might want to address, you might want to talk about, you might want to ask about?
No, I think you pretty much hit it.
Hey, sir, I didn't write anything down. I just watched it because I was out handling personal business. But I do have one question. You know, they're using Instagram and Facebook pretty well. And lately they've been showing the commander helmet or the founder's helmet.
Oh, yeah.
Does that mean we're going to get the helmet? I know we got the badge.
Yeah.
I guess most people don't realize there's only 3,000 available, and those individuals, if I remember right, get one share towards the company, and they get that commander or that founder's logo to wear. And now there's a helmet.
Correct.
That thing's going to be big as one of those gold jackets.
Correct. We get a founder's helmet, and it will be, from what they showed, it's going to actually be in our on the app. You'll be able to see it. So I don't know how that's going to relate to once we create our digital avatar in the gaming world. Will we will run around with the helmet on, and only we will have it? Is that something that is a sellable item? I don't know. I don't know the details of that yet. But yeah, and Mr. Crow, yeah, that is an addition to the binary. That's an addition. So you can use that promo to get ranked up.
It is really cool. I like how they're starting to show some of the in-game stuff and the loot boxes on media.
Awesome. All right, anybody else?
Yeah, I got one quick question. It's about the game. When you're in the game, and let's say you're on a mission and you get killed off, how soon can you get back in, or do you have to wait till that mission's actually over?
I don't know yet.
Because I mean, starting out, I know I'm gonna be one of the first get killed off, but I'm gonna work my way up to where I'm at the end. But I want to keep getting back in there.
Yeah, we well, when we experience it in the alpha and the beta. See, here's the thing, guys. Another reason why I like being a part of the alpha and beta tests, so that I can learn all the tricks, all the skills before the game launches. So when I go in there, I'm an expert, and all the little newbies are coming in, and I can pick them off. But yeah, we'll learn all of that over the next couple of months as we get in there and start playing with it.
All right, cool.
And then Herschel, you said that in reference to the 5 cells. Yes. So you already get your normal bonuses if you do 5 cells. But once you do those 5 cells, you're also going to get a $3,000 bonus if you complete 5 cells. You can use that for whatever you want, or to buy another commander pack yourself. And then the person who sells the most nodes is going to get a 5-star holiday trip. So whoever's the number 1. And you guys already know there's some people out there who's like, oh, that's going to be me. I'll make that happen. So who's going to make that happen? And also, congratulations to Mr. Crow. He's the latest one that just got promoted to commander. So that put him in I think that's right, another bonus pool with the commanders and above. All right. Anything else you guys want to share?
No, sir.
All right. So here's what's going to happen next. Last Saturday, I interviewed on Crypto Talk the CMO, Mr. Nick Vandenberg. So I'm sure probably in the future they'll want to do another interview, and I'd love to have him back. So tomorrow morning will be a regular Crypto Talk for the public, and then tomorrow night I will be doing a training for Vara, our fast start training. And what I will highlight is been requested if we can go over the binary itself, how to build your team, how to build your binary, how do we do it? If you look at mine, they're almost identical, both my left side and my right side. and there's a strategy to do this. The wrong strategy is I'm going to wait to get spillover from my upline. That's the wrong strategy. But we'll go over to that in detail tomorrow night, and that's going to be at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. Same link I do all my presentations. And then we've got the next regular presentation will be on Sunday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, VARA presentation. And I got to get with Nick and Alan to see if there's any new slides that I need to incorporate with the new branding of VARA now. So I've been kind of waiting for that. And I included a international presentation now as well. Every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific. This is for all of our international folks. You've got people in Europe and Asia and Africa, Australia, whatever. 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific. I'll be doing that presentation for the international folks, and you guys are welcome to hop on as well. So that is it for now. I'm more excited now than I was before. I learned about some things I didn't know of before, and I can't wait to get in there and play with this thing. So with that, take care, everybody. Thank you guys for coming on and sharing. This was an experiment of itself. Normally it's just me talking, but I wanted to give you guys.
I like this format, sir. I like this format. It's nice.
You like it, huh? All right, we're gonna keep doing it. We're gonna do it. And those of you guys, don't be shy. Come on in here and share what you're so excited about. And I can do this again, and it doesn't have to be a showcase. I'll just things happening during the week. I'll say, hey, we're gonna hop on and have a little discussion real quick. You guys can come on and talk. All right, everybody, take care. I will see. Oh yeah, this is our 5th day of the 5-day challenges tonight. So we're ending our 5-day challenge tonight, and we're talking about money, how to make money in crypto. And guess what I'm going to be leading with? VARA, how to take advantage of this. And our special guest panelist is Mr. Day 5, Give Me That Commander, Herschel Crow. So he'll be speaking with us tonight, everybody, and that will be at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. I love the 5-day challenge, but Fridays it always messes with my Wingstop night. So I gotta push my Wingstop back to Saturday. But anyways, everybody, I'll see you guys tonight for the 5-day challenge and our crypto talk tomorrow morning. Take care. Bitcoin Brandon out. Bye-bye.
Thank you.